This problem is asking us to find the antiderivative, or indefinite integral is another way of saying the same thing, of this given equation. Before you go rushing in to take an antiderivative or a derivative, I always tell people to stop and kind of take a look at the problem for a second and look for any rewrites that you might need to do. There's a handful of algebraic rewrites that you always want to be on the lookout for. And this one is one of the classic ones. This is whenever you've got a number over x to a power, you want to rewrite that by bringing the x up from the bottom to the top and making that power negative. So if I had something like 3 over x to the fifth, I'd want to rewrite that as 3x to the negative 5 before I take the antiderivative. One of the ones that kind of messes with people a little bit is when you've got a fraction here, say something like 7/8 x to the fifth. People try to attach this 8 and the x together. Really, this is a 7/8 sitting up front. Those numbers are attached to each other. And so the rewrite on this would look like 7/8 x to the negative 5. Looking at our problem, we have an x on bottom that we need to bring to the top. So the first thing we would do is sort of rewrite this as 1x to the negative 3. And so we put that down as our rewrite there only. We didn't take any antiderivatives yet. And now that I've got something I'm ready to take the antiderivative of, I go through my rules. And really, when you're dealing with antiderivatives, the great news is it's got to be a power rule, or one of your special cases is what I call them, something you just have to identify. And so this is a straight up power rule. My power rule is saying it's a two-step process. I just say add 1 to the power, and then step 2 of that process is divide by the new power. So applying that rule here, I add 1 to the power. That's going to get me 1x to the negative 2, and then I divide by that new power. And then when we're dealing with antiderivatives, indefinite integrals, we always get that plus c at the end. What you're going to need to recognize from here is just a little rewrite. One of the most common moves to do is to pull constants to the front of an equation. And so what they're having you do on this one is just pull this negative 1/2 to the front, and then you leave that x to the negative 2. They don't want you to rewrite that there, but they could, so be careful. Always just kind of take it a step at a time once you have the good answer, and go up and start checking your answer against what you see above as the answer is given to you, and we can see that our answer on this one would be answer C. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please click that like button and subscribe. And also share it with your friends and anyone else you know who might be crying about an upcoming AP Calc test. You can find more videos from me, more sample AP Calc questions, and my complete AP Calc study guide over at my website, apcalcprep.com. Have a great one.